Out of the tens of thousands of crypto projects launched, over 98% are already dead. Some rugged, some hacked, some just gone. That's not FUD, that's data. And the scary part, most people invest in at least one of them. I must know, I did. But I decided to learn from it. So in this video, I want to spill the beans about the other 2%, the survivors, the ones that actually made it. They could be the ones that create life-changing returns. The difference between losing everything and 100% gains comes down to knowing what to look for. In this video, I'm breaking down why most projects fail, the red flags that scream exit scam, and my exact checklist for spotting winners. Plus, I'm giving you a free PDF with the complete framework. No email required, just grab it from the description. So, part 1. Why crypto projects fail. A quick reality check before we deep dive. Why do this 98% of projects fail? Well, first, no real product. Pretty much obvious, but it still is an issue because tens of thousands of tokens launched with big promises and they were with zero actual use cases. Meme coins. No working product means no reason to exist. Vaporware dies fast. Second is a team vanishes or mismanaged funds. Rug pulls get headlines, but more often the team just burns through the treasury with no plan. They have great white papers, but zero executions and just team building events on the Bahamas. Third, broken tokenomics. Infinite supply, no demand, or ridiculous inflation models. That's not community driven. That's a death sentence. Fourth, no community, no adoption. If no one's using it, tweeting it, or building on it, it's already over. Crypto lives and dies by the network effect. 5. Regulation hits hard. Projects love to ignore the legal side until the SEC or another regulator walks in and shuts it all down overnight. So that's the fact sheet from the crypto graveyard. But we shouldn't focus on the losers, but more on the winners, right? It's about how to spot the ones that survive, long term, sustainably. Because buried in all that noise are the 2% that actually build something real. Before we do this, let's walk ourselves through let's call them the red flags of doom for every crypto project. Firstly, there is an anonymous team without a track record. If you can't find a single real face behind the project, that's not decentralization, that's deception. No LinkedIn, no GitHub, no prior projects? A big red flag. They want your money, okay, but then transparency is non-negotiable. Unrealistic promises. Any project claiming guaranteed returns or calling itself the next Bitcoin is already disqualifying itself. Real builders don't promise, they prove. Third, no working product after 6 months. If a project's been raising money and still has nothing to show, no testnet, no MVP, no live demo, no customers, no clients, no nothing, then the product probably isn't coming. Period. Fourth, broken tokenomics. When the team holds over 50% of the tokens or has no vesting schedule, you are not investing, you are donating. Good projects build fair, sustainable token models that reward users and not only insiders. 5. Paid influencers. No organic community. If the only people talking about the project are YouTubers with referral links, it's marketing, not momentum. Also watch out for calls that push everything if the price is right. Look for genuine engagement, active discords, GitHub commits, developer updates, real communication with people that are invested. And I mean the retail investors. 6. A crappy copy-paste white paper. You'd be surprised how many projects literally plagiarize our white papers, sometimes even leaving in the old project's name. If they can't write their own vision, they can't build anything either. 7. No clear roadmap or constantly missing deadlines. Every serious team knows where it's going. If the roadmap keeps shifting or updates go silent for months, the project's either lost direction or confidence, or the team mismatched the funds again. Okay, alright, enough with the horror stories. Let's talk about those who made it. These are the projects that are currently alive in 2024 and on the market for many years and really went down from white paper to world impact. So what do the winners have in common? One could strip it down to pretty much the opposite of the red flags, right? Not completely. There is actually more to it. But still though, let's start with the obvious. Docs team with proven track record. Real teams show their faces and their history. You will find founders with verifiable LinkedIn profiles, past projects, GitHub commits, and sometimes even public AMAs. They are not hiding. They are building in public. Example is Polygon's founder had clear professional backgrounds in blockchain infrastructure and published early developer documentation long before Matic became mainstream. If you have ever been to a crypto event, you see plenty of project C-level executives running around talking to people. That's building trust. Second, also very obvious, real product solving a real problem. So winning projects don't chase hype, they are solving real pain points. They make crypto more usable, scalable, accessible. It's not just crypto for the crypto's sake. Example, Chainlink filled a critical gap early on, bringing real-world data onto the blockchain. Our examples would be the Graph for API on-chain, or the recently popular Canton network getting from 0 to 100,000 with their real-world asset builds. And there are plenty more. Third, sustainable tokenomics. No infinite supply, no mystery allocations, no crazy airdrop promotions. The best projects build deflationary or capped models that reward holders for staying long-term. No dumping. Example, Binance Coin uses a regular burn mechanism that steadily reduces the total supply while driving long-term utility within the Binance ecosystem. Even Polkadot refrained from the unlimited supply by limiting their annual printing rate. Fourth, an organic growing community. You will see constant conversations, like with builders, fan art, meetups, open feedbacks in AMAs, and not just a bunch of botted Twitter followers. Real communities cannot be bought. They are earned. And then they are active. 5. Transparent communication. The strongest projects talk openly about both wins and challenges. They post dev updates, share timelines, and admit setbacks. That's the difference between the hype and honesty. Everybody can understand a setback if it gets explained, but silence or doing something without the community's consent, this is a project killer. Look at Terra Luna. It was not only the mass printing that messed everything up. 6. Strategic partnerships with established companies. When serious companies get involved, when serious old school legacy companies get involved, that's validation. Partnerships with major exchanges, tech firms, or payment providers show real-world traction and trust. As for an example, let's stick with Polygon and their collaborations with Reddit or with Nike. They were proof of adoption. Gucci worked with Yuga Labs, MasterCard added Chainlink support, Starbucks launched its Starbucks Odyssey Web3 reward program, and you can get a latte macchiato speciale eventi for below $50. And don't get me started on the fact that BlackRock's crypto ETFs are the fastest growing in history. Third-party audits by reputable firms. A project that opens its code for review and passes an audit, that signals confidence. Audits from firms like Certic, Consensus Diligence, or Trail of Bits show they are not afraid of transparency. I must admit that's a somewhat tricky one, since those audit firms are usually pretty expensive, so at an early stage this could be somewhat neglected. So we know now what to look for. Let's look at two examples of one winner and one failure. Winner, Avalanche, AVAX. When Avalanche launched in 2020, the crypto market was flooded with Ethereum killers. Most vanished quietly, Avalanche didn't. The team was fully doxed, led by Emin Gün Sürer, a Cornell professor and respected blockchain researcher. From day one, they delivered a working product. A high-speed, scalable layer 1 with real transaction finality under 2 seconds. Tokenomics were transparent, capped supply, and long-term vesting to prevent insider dumping. Instead of relying on hype, Avalanche built strategic partnerships with Deloitte, Amazon Web Services, and MasterCard to power enterprise blockchain solutions. And most recently, they collaborated with the Bank of Japan out of all. So anyway, the community grew organically through developers and DeFi builders, not influencer shills. In 2 years, AVAX went from under $3 to over 130. And it could go there again. A real team, real tech, and a real adoption. Textbook example of a 2% winner. And given the current price of the AVAX token, some might even call it a bargain at the moment. But, no financial advice, of course. Failure. The meme coin epidemic. Yes, you might think I am a meme coin hater. I am not. I just don't see the reason for their existence, but to each its own. Anyway, Dogecoin may have started as a joke, but thousands of imitators tried to turn the joke into profit. And most became cautionary tales. Those anonymous teams, or mostly single devs actually, launched overnight promising the next Doge or 1000x moonshots. Yet offering no utility, no roadmap, no product, just it is light-hearted meme coin community driven and yada 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 yada. Tokenomics were usually absurd, team wallets holding 60 to 80% of supply with zero vesting, pretty much primed for rug pulls. Marketing relied solely on paid influencers and viral tweets. No genuine communities. Within weeks, prices would spike on hype, then crash to near zero once early insiders dumped. The pattern repeated endlessly. Short-term noise, long-term nothing. Meme coins are the perfect reminder. If the only purpose of the token is speculation, you are not investing, you are gambling. So there's your framework. Avoiding the 98% death traps, identify the 2% winners using this checklist, and be a happy camper. I've put everything into the free PDF. The complete red flag checklist, winner identification framework, and due diligence template. Link is in the description. No email required. Just download and use it. If this helped you, subscribe for crypto education and whatever else for every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting from December on. Drop a comment with a project you are researching and try to screen it with the PDF in the description. Remember, it's free and no emails required. That said, in crypto, doing your homework is the difference between life-changing gains and total loss. So, see you in the next one.